true pineapple taste. And the bananas and all that. But this country is beautiful. I highly recommend take a trip to Costa Rica. You won't regret it. And the people are so friendly. Like this heliconia plant. A heliconia lobster tail is real long and it's red, yellow, and it's got some flowers in it. And it looks like a lobster claw. And it was probably about 5 feet tall, long. The flower itself.
Yeah.
And then there's another one, a lobster claw. They have different varieties. And it even had like a fur on it. And were purple, blues.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous flowers. I'm showing him the flowers and plants. And we had, I tell you, it's just beautiful. The food was great there. And the people was fantastic. I hope you get to go there and keep this on your thought. Costa Rica definitely is one of my biggest favorite ones. Okay?
So, well, the big question I would have, because I've never been, is like, what are we looking at spending there? I mean, what's it going to cost us to get there, and how much is all the tours? That's all separately. You fly there. That's one price, and then you got to have like a guide to take you to all these places?
The only thing that's going to probably be the most expensive thing is your guide thing, because the hotel and your airplane flight, it run around about $1,000, maybe $1,200, something like that, to fly you there and fly you back. Mm-hmm. And a lot of your tours and the whole thing is included in a lot of that. The price in Costa Rica, like, I went to the package store to go get some liquor, and me and my buddy Kevin Merkel, and it was his birthday, and we bought a bottle of rum from Cuba for $5, a big old fifth. And I couldn't believe it. The prices. I went to a restaurant in there, and the tour guide, and I told him to take us to the one thing, his favorite place to go to. And we went to this restaurant, and me, my wife, and a couple of our friends, and I paid the whole darn bill for everybody. We had steaks, we had all kinds of stuff, beers, partying, and you wouldn't believe it. But the man says to me, he says, it's $18.
What?
That's what I said to him, exactly. And he looked at me and he said, I said, you got something wrong. I want to pay for her and me. How much is on my bill? He goes, machine, and $18. Wow. I looked at him and I said, I'm in love with this place.
Wow. Maybe that's why a lot of Americans are moving down there permanently.
Right.
In
and
retirement.
It's probably already, if not, getting more and more people going there. Of course, the prices are going to get really, of course, goes up. Time when you start getting a bunch of people.
Yeah, like supply and demand.
Right. And once you get more and more down there, the prices start going up, and it probably is not like cheap as it used to be.
Right.
But I tell you, the country, definitely, you got to check it out.
Awesome. So, in other words, we need to talk to Linda at worldclasscruises.net and book us a trip.
That's right. And I'm ready to go. And if we can get enough people, I'll even go. Now, I'll be glad to show you guys.
Right. And by the way, folks, you're going to be calling in or checking out worldclasscruises.net. Linda's the hottie in the picture that he was showing me. So anyway,
not me.
So that you'll have the visual when you're talking to her on the phone.
Right, and she's she knows she knows all about travel. We've been all over the world, and she knows her stuff. She's been doing it for over 25 years. So
wow,
she's really good at it.
Awesome. You guys been done well with your travel business.
Right.
All right. So anything else, brother?
No, I just wanted to get everybody to see the Costa Rica tour and everything. I'm talking about $1,200. That's done, and a lot of sometimes including your air and everything. Well, that's from Florida to Costa Rica. Now I don't know where you might be. Of course, it might be different on the air, but as of the other stuff, you got all kinds of companies that are going and doing the tours down there, and you can jump on one of those tours. Just talk to Linda at worldclasscruises.net and just give her a shout and tell her you heard us on the
Old Guys.
Old Guys Loving Life, and she will take good care of you. And she's very patient. She's married me, and I have to have a lot of patience.
All right, and we'll be right back, folks. And we're back. Hey, welcome back to Old Guys Loving Life. Perry and Wayne here.
Yes, I was just swallowing the beer there, so sorry.
Speaking of beer, I have a little surprise for us today.
Yeah, I can't wait.
All right, folks, you can't see this, but I have 2 frosted, chilled pint glasses here.
One's a Guinness glass.
And I have a bottle in my hand. It's a Dogfish Midas Touch Ancient Ale.
Ancient Ale.
Right. Okay, now let's pour the little sample for each of us. There we go. I'm clinking it so you folks can hear that we're actually doing something. All right, now.
You want to read about it and before we start tasting?
Well, you take a taste and and let me. This is a recipe that was found in a 2,700-year-old drinking vessel that was found in
2,700 years.
2,700 years that was found in the tomb of King Midas. Egyptian tomb thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So they analyzed the ingredients that was in this vessel, and it was barley, honey, white muscat grapes, and saffron.
Wow, saffron.
And Dogfish Brewing took those ingredients and came up with this beer. So cheers. I taste the grapes.
That's pretty tasty.
It's a 9% alcohol.
9?
9. Mm-hmm.
And it ain't even 12 o'clock yet.
So, what do you think about that beer?
I like that beer. It tastes like an ale. Definitely got the ale taste to it.
Yeah.
And it's got a little sweetness so you can taste the honey.
It has the finish. I'm tasting the grapes on the finish.
Mm-hmm. And the hops. The hops that gives it a little bit more of a taste to it.
The saffron hops?
Yeah, I guess that's what that is. But
know.
I can take. It's a finish hop. It's not like a Castile or nothing like that.
Right.
No.
So so barley.
That's pretty darn tasty.
Barley,
really.
grapes, and hops.
Yeah, 9%.
9%.
So that means you're not going to drink that all day long.
You could drink 4 or 5 of those a day. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Yes, I could, but I don't want you guys to think I drank a little bit of beer.
We don't think he drinks. We don't think he drinks a little bit at all, do we, folks?
Yeah, you got that right. Sorry, we got carried away on that one.
His wife's gonna kill me because he's got to go and do a family thing once he finishes this, and he's gonna be all buzzed.
I'll be buzzing for sure. Ancient hops, son. Ancient tasting. I tell you what, that's pretty good.
Yeah, Midas Touch Ancient Ale.
All you guys would like this one. I mean, y'all would love it. It's now my southern accent's starting to come out. I'm getting a little bit going here.
We're going to have to, last week we talked about the Tavour app where you can order these hard to find beers from all over the country. But, which is a good thing, but we also have a beer expert at the local ABC store, and we also have a place over here in Daytona Beach that has a huge selection of all kinds of beers all over the world.
Unbelievable.
And, you know, we need to start taking advantage of that.
Yeah, it's like
And
kid in a candy store.
Go over there and buy at least, you know, one bottle a week when we do a show, and then we can taste it just as we're doing here.
Yeah, and then give you an idea. And, you know, while we're talking about these different places that I'm doing on the countries, you know, I was just telling my buddy here, why don't we do a beer of that country?
Right.
And then that way we can give you, you know, I remember I got things to do with wife.
I know. We have to finish the bottle. Come on.
Gotta finish the bottle. 9%. So we're gonna try different flavors of beer of the countries that we're talking about, and then that way, you know, we can have a ball.
Well,
Shoot, fun.
Not just beers, man. Let's not limit ourselves to beer.
No, how about barbecue and
we're-
stuff like that?
No, well, barbecue. There's no other place to get barbecue than Alabama. But
What?
with that
Georgia's
said,
got good
let's
barbecue.
stay on topic. Not to stay on topic here. I'm talking about spirits.
Oh, spirits.
That's something that has intrigued me for many years. Every little island in the Caribbean makes rum, and every little island in the Caribbean, their rum is different than their neighbor.
Right.
And it's like there's so many different flavors throughout the island chain in the Caribbean. And not only, you know, you got like Costa Rica, you got Cuba. That
Yes.
we have access to Cuban rums and Cuban cigars now, and which, by the way, he doesn't smoke. I smoke cigars, and I love smoking, and I love talking about them. So shoot me an email. We'll chit chat about cigars, and one day I've got a couple. Maybe I can get him to taste test a cigar, but we can expand not only into beer, into spirits. Vodka, tequilas. I mean, the tequila that you buy.
We're not going to do this first thing in the morning.
Oh, you buy tequila from
No, drinking all this stuff in the first thing in the morning.
the
And then you
tequila
wanna
in
sit me
South
out in my
America,
house?
Central America, and Mexico is different than what they make the tequila here.
Yes.
Same way with bourbon. I mean, for years now, I grew up in Alabama, and our big thing was Jack Daniels, Tennessee whiskey, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? I have recently, in my older years, discovered that I like the hell out of Kentucky bourbon. And there's a difference between bourbon and whiskey. And we'll discuss that when we do a taste test on bourbon.
Sure.
You know, but Kentucky bourbon, Angel's Envy, Woodford Reserve,
Right.
That's some good stuff to drink. And you got the Kentucky Derby that's going to be coming up pretty soon. I don't know the exact date, but it's coming soon. So maybe for the Kentucky Derby, we need to do a Kentucky bourbon sample of like a couple of different
What's that drink that they make at
the mint julep.
Oh, the mint julep. That's
Mint
right.
julep. With lots of sugar, mint, and a hell of a lot of bourbon.
I like that part.
Yeah, I'll drink to that.
I drink to that.
All right, folks. We're coming up to the end of the show. I want to thank you for listening.
Yes.
Thank you for having faith in us. Remember, the new website is oldguys.biz. The email is the same. And check out the website. Drop us a note and tell us what you think about everything. And,
and you got any ideas you want us to talk about, please don't hesitate. We want to hear from you.
Right. And we don't talk just about beer and bourbon and travel. We want to talk about cigars, and we want to talk about fishing, and we want to talk about cooking. Wayne has extensive knowledge working in a seafood restaurant, and he knows all about fish and cooking. And when you want to talk about baking, believe it or not, I am an excellent baker. I make the best pecan pie. I make the best key lime pie. I make the best cupcakes. I make all kinds of gooey stuff. It puts pounds on me. and I have to go run to enable to enjoy this
I
stuff.
bet you do. Now, those pecans you're talking about now.
Pecan pie?
Yeah, that's grown in Georgia. The pecans in South Georgia.
Actually, it
Yeah.
might be.
See, Georgia.